Winning the game is difficult. In fact, it's downright hard. But the thing that really puzzles me is how you shuffle those cards on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. Thank you. You're very kind. We're delighted to have you all there with us. Gene Wood, nice to see you again. Thank you. That's a very interesting opening poem about how we shuffle the cards. It is rather very careful about how they shuffle them and very complicated. Maybe we can arrange sometime in the near future to maybe give you a look backstage and show you how we shuffle the cards. Maybe we can try to do that sometime. In the meantime, I want to thank Rosalie Strange of Liberal, Kansas for the opening poem, watching us on KAMR TV, Channel 4. Thank you, Rosalie. Now we're going to open up the board and get to those cards. Janice and Lois, if you will, start loading in the cards and we'll meet our Card Sharks. Jerry Standish. Hello, Jerry. Nice to see you again. Our champion. Again, a little something about yourself, if you will, sir.
Okay, my name is Jerry Standish. I'm from Valley Stream, Long Island. I came all the way out here to California just to try out on Card Sharks, and I made it. And I got to thank my wife. She's the one that encouraged me to come out here. And what I'm going to do with the winnings, I had the fun winning all the money. I'm going to give it to her to, you know, spend and have a ball.
Oh, well, she's gonna tape this show and hold you to that.
She's going to hold me to it.
You're just getting ready to go into practice.
That's
as a
correct, yes. I'm a newly licensed chiropractor.
How long did it take you with your studies?
It's 6 years of college. It's 2 undergraduate, 4 years of chiropractic.
Good. We wish you well with that. And, of course, your
much.
wife is getting $4,250 in cash to this point. And our challenger, Allison Smith. Hi, Allison. Nice to see you again. Allison, we met you very quickly on the last show. We didn't get a chance to find out much about you, so won't you tell us?
Well, my name is Allison Smith. I'm from Cerritos, California, where I was the 1979 Junior Miss. And right now I am a UCLA Bruin, and I live in the co-op, and I love to play backgammon.
You're a backgammon free. What are you studying at UCLA?
Psychology at the moment.
It sounds interesting. And what is a Junior Miss?
Junior Miss is a scholarship program for senior high school girls, and it's run kind of like a beauty pageant, but it's based on the total girl instead of just physical features.
That sounds good. And you're a lovely total girl. Nice to have you here with us. You both cut the cards before we started the match.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Then we'll pick up where we left off. We played the best 2 games out of 3, and we had 1 question in game 1, and Allison has moved over. She now has a 10 as her base card, needing 3 cards. Jerry has yet to uncover a card. We'll pick up with question 2. It goes to you, Allison. Allison, our man on the street, went to a small town in Georgia where he asked 100 people, did any of your ancestors fight in the Civil War? How many people in Georgia said one of their ancestors did fight in the Civil War?
Well, I think in those small towns, they're pretty proud of what their ancestors did because you're pretty unknown in a little teeny-weeny town like that. If you go someplace and you tell them you're from that small town, they won't even know what you're talking about. So I think they're pretty proud of anybody they knew who was famous, especially an ancestor. So I think it's going to be pretty high.
How many had relatives who fought in the Civil War?
About 50.
50 out of 100 said yes, they had ancestors fighting in the war. Jerry?
I have to go along with her trend of thought, Jim. You got a lot of rebels down there in Georgia, but I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
Even higher than that. If it's higher, Jerry, you'll play your cards. If not, Allison plays hers. The actual number of people in Georgia who said one of their ancestors fought in the Civil War is 99. 99 rebels and 1 little Yankee responded and said no. Jerry starts off with a 5.
With a 5. All right, I'm going to have to go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 5. Oh, no, a 4. Rather surprised me that you played that, Jerry. Allison has to play the 10.
Yes, I got to go lower.
Lower than the
Please.
10. And 8, yes.
Freeze right there.
And we move over to freeze bar and fill in the space for Jerry. Question to you, Jerry. Jerry, we asked 100 Sunday school teachers. Is it wrong for a man to divorce his wife just to marry another woman? How many Sunday school teachers said, yes, it is wrong for a man to divorce his wife?
That's got to be a very high number, Jim. They're holy people, and that's really taboo. So I say 78.
78 out of 100 said, yes, that's wrong, Allison.
Well, I think that Sunday school teachers are people, too, and we're all human, so I think that number is going to be just a little bit lower, considering the times.
You think they'll be a little more tolerant? Interesting. The actual number of Sunday school teachers who said it's wrong for a man to divorce his wife just to marry another woman is 93. Very much higher. Jerry, we left off with a 5 as your base card.
All right, I'm going to have to go with the odds, Jim. Higher.
He still likes that
Come
5.
on, pitch a card.
Is he right?
Pitch a card.
It is higher.
7. El Frizo.
And we move over the freeze bar. Now with Jerry needing 3 cards and Allison needing 2, this is sudden death. Someone has to win this game on this play of the cards. And Allison, the question to you. We asked 100 pediatricians, have you ever told a kid, this won't hurt, when you knew it really would? How many pediatricians have told a kid this won't hurt when they knew it would?
Are you kidding? They say that all the time, and I remember that too, and it always hurt. So I'm going to say that's a very high number. About 91.
Up in the 90s again, says Allison, 91.
Now you're in my field, Jim. I use that line all the time, but I even think it's going to be that much higher.
Even higher than that?
Yeah, all us doctors do that. A little higher.
That's it. I think lower. I don't know the answer, but I would think that what you're saying is, do you lie to your patients? Let's find out.
Sure,
91 says
distract
Allison.
them.
Higher says Jerry. The actual number of pediatricians who've told a kid this won't hurt when they knew it really would is 14. They don't lie as much as you thought. Allison, you've got it. Now, Allison, it is sudden death. Remember, you could play this with an 8. You could, of course, change it and try to turn these 2 over. Jerry has a 7 near the middle, needs 3 cards. You have control of the board. Play it or pass
I'm
it.
going to have to pass it and hope.
Get them all, Jerry. You win. One mistake. The game belongs to Allison with a 7. What do you say?
All right, we'll take them one at a time. Let's go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 7.
Card.
No, it's not. Allison wins it in sudden death. So it is game 1 to the Challengers. And we'll be back with game 2 in a moment. Right after we take time out for this. So game 1 to the Challengers. She took control in sudden death. Here come the next cards off the top of the decks. And we'll start game 2. And now the pressure's on you, Jerry. Jerry, we asked 100 people. As long as a business is honest, should it be allowed to make as much money as it can without government interference? How many people said an honest business should be allowed to make as much money as it can without government interference?
Sure, that's what America's all about. Free enterprise and everything. Let's say 61.
61 out of 100 people feel that way, Allison.
Well, I certainly believe in free enterprise. I think that if you're honest and you can make that much money, go ahead and do it. And it's going to be higher than that.
Even higher than that?
Yes.
A lot of controversy about that lately. Let's find out. The actual number of people who said an honest business should be allowed to make as much money as it can without government interference is 70. Allison is right. It is even higher. And Allison starts off game 2 with a 2.
Oh, higher, please.
Higher than a 2. A 5.
Higher.
Risking it higher. Oh, no. Please, not higher. Break for Jerry. A free chance at a 4.
4. Higher, Jim. Come on.
Higher than a 4.
Come on.
No. Cards failed both the players. Where are the pictures? They're in there. That's always a good point if you can remember what's been played. Allison, we asked 100 housewives across the country. Be honest. When you hear a juicy piece of gossip about someone you don't like, do you ever make it a whole lot juicier when you tell it to someone else? How many housewives admitted when they hear gossip about someone they don't like, they make it juicier when telling someone else?
Are you kidding? If you don't like someone, you're going to make it as juicy as possible and try and get them in as much trouble as you can. It's going to be a high number. About 75.
75 out of 100 said, yeah, they make it juicier.
I like to stretch the truth myself. And I'm going to go a little bit higher.
Even higher than that?
A little higher, yeah. Sure, especially if it's someone that you don't like. Hey, stick it to them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I won't do that, Janice. I'll leave it at 2 elephants, not 6. Just leave it the way it is. 75 says Allison. That means nothing. Higher says Jerry. The actual number of housewives who make gossip juicier when telling someone else is 20. That's all. Much lower. Allison, you got it.
All right. I'm going to go higher again.
Allison was rather surprised she got that. Allison has a 2. A queen.
Okay,
Yes,
lower, please.
Yes, a 3. Higher than a 3. An 8.
Please,
And 1 card separates Allison from the money cards. Jerry, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever stopped seeing a man because, romantically speaking, he was a real dud? How many women have stopped seeing a man because he was a romantic dud?
Definitely. Hey, you know, your sex life is an important thing, and if the guy's a real bummer, man, yeah, dump him. It's going to be a high number, Jim. 62.
62 out of 100. What do you think, Allison?
Well, I think, yes, sex is certainly an important part of practically every relationship nowadays, and that was 62?
62, yes, he said.
Okay.
62 said they dumped someone because he was a romantic dud.
Higher! Just a little bit, though.
Just a little bit. If it's a lot higher, you can have that too, Allison.
I'll take it.
Okay, you say higher. The actual number of women who've stopped seeing a man because he was a romantic dud is 63. It is just a little higher. Allison by 1 has it, and you're looking at an 8.
Change it, please.
Big change for the challenger. A king. We have a new cat champion. If it's lower, yes. And Jerry, I think it was well worth the visit. Say hello to your wife. She's a nice lady for sending you up. $4,250. Thank you, Jerry. Come on down here, Allison. Way to go. Allison Smith, our new champion, goes for the big money right after this. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Back with our champion, Allison Smith, who's just a little nervous about getting over there. But she cut the cards.
Oh, yes, and I cut them good.
Okay, come on, let's do it. It's fun. Get over there, Allison. Let's play those money cards. Don't be nervous. You're among friends. We're all rooting for you. We're going to give you $200 of new money and 3 cards to bet as you will. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bets, remember, $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Here's $200. And you can change that base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Allison with $200 and a 3. All of it, $200 that this card is higher than a 3. It is. You're in the middle.
Okay. About $50 higher still.
Minimum bet, $50 higher than an 8.
Oh, bad.
Still near the middle.
Okay, $50 higher again.
Come on, let's see that face card she's asking for. $50 higher.
Oh.
Better card, though. You rather survive this level with those bad cards, and we're going to give you another $200 as we move up to 4. You've got $500. Okay. Pretty good card.
We're going to go $450 higher.
Ooh, big bet. $450 higher than a 4. $950.
$950, let's see. Okay. $200 lower, please.
$200 lower. She asked for this one very softly. $200 lower.
Oh, well, that's a good card. Lower now.
Card. Now she's opening her mouth. $750 lower than an ace. Yes! It's still a great card with $1,500 as we move up the king.
You know what I'm going to do with that? It's all lower.
For nothing or $3,000 lower than a king. That's terrible. We have been plagued the last few days with double kings. Double kings have been... Allison, I'm sorry. Come on down. You got $200 for the game. And you're a good player. Maybe get another crack at it.
Okay.
There's doubles have got to stop. So the cards run in streaks. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We'll be right back right after this.
What do you think Steve Harvey smells like?
Heaven.
Want to play? ABC this summer.
Let the food fight begin. Yeah.
All your favorites return and brand new thrills.
Wow.
Plus, more celebrities, more fun, and more games than anyone else.
Are you guys ready for some serious star power?
Big bucks, no whammy. Starting Sunday, June 9th, all part of ABC's Summer Fun and Games.